In this video, I'm gonna spend 50 hours in Jordan.
I explored the ruins of the astonishing Amman Citadel, barehandedly scaled the sandstone mountains of Wadi Rum as if I was on Mars, and wandered around the wonders of Petra. To commence this 50-hour journey of a lifetime, I decided that
I'm gonna take a bite at the local kebab restaurant.
for starters, there was hummus, salads, and shrak bread, which made me full for the rest of the meal. But that was only starters. Next came all the varieties of meats and kebabs there was on the menu. Beside the kebabs, there was something that looked like Arabic.
Pizza?
It tasted great, and even better if you put meat as toppings.
Now I have a full hunger bar, so let's go explore the city. This is the Amman Citadel. This view is unreal. This place is more than 7,000 years old,
which makes it one of the longest continuously inhabited places by different civilizations. The main Roman structure there is the
Temple of Hercules, built in 160 AD.
For height reference, I'm 5'11", and yes, I'm allowed to touch this ancient column because
They are so relaxed on allowing access to this site.
I mean, you can literally touch, sit down, or lie down on any of these structures. Another structure that I wanted to visit was the Roman theater, but I already experienced its magnificence from above. With a tight schedule, my 4-hour journey to Wadi Rum began. On my way there, the sunset was fire. I mean, literally. That would make such a great album cover. Soon it got dark, with the only things illuminating the landscape being the moon and stars. After battling with boredom,
I've arrived at Wadi Rum.
the glamping rooms look shabby now, but that is until the morning. Inside is a nice bathroom and bed, which I'm going to plop on now.
So I'll see you tomorrow. Whoa, this literally looks like Mars. Okay, now I get it. It's literally called Martian Dome. Walking across the surface of Mars.
Speaking of Mars, movies that were filmed here include The Martian, Lawrence of Arabia, Aladdin, Dune Parts 1 and 2, Transformers 2, John Wick 4, and finally Star Wars 9.
Not gonna lie, I can stay here the whole day, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna climb up that mountain.
I ran for what felt like an eternity, and on my way there, I
Found some wild gourds.
as well as the
Biggest anthill I've ever seen. That's a jawbone.
The amount of bones lying around sure did contribute in dissuading me from exploring, but I was still determined to.
See what's up there.
Climbing up the first few flights of rock were pretty easy, relatively,
We're halfway there. Let's keep going.
but it was difficult to navigate the top of the mountain, so I decided to.
Check out the next plateau.
During my way down, the weirdest thing happened. A bird swooped in from nowhere, signaled that I was here like this. Then it did a U-turn to fly away, and I never saw it again. I don't know if I should be concerned, but I kept exploring and found it decaying.
Here in the middle of nowhere. Now I probably got termites.
I also found a baby's shoe, which was definitely more concerning. I think I'm the first to discover this rock that looks like a face, and this.
Rock with 2 eyes.
That was cool, but not nearly as cool as this view. As I continued my ascent, I stumbled upon a very flat rock face. The pathway was extremely narrow, but I was determined to see the view from up top.
This sheer wall is so steep. We've come this far, but there's no way up anymore. Guess I was wrong. Almost there. I'm on top of the world.
Overall, this hike was hugely rewarding and definitely worth the time, energy, and risk because the picturesque view up top was out of this world. In fact, it felt like I was on Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain on Mars.
I honestly can't believe I climbed this high.
The descent was much more relaxing and fun.
Now it's time to drive to Petra.
I stopped midway at the second best view in the world. Oh wait, I meant the best view in the world.
Wind is so strong up here. I'm at the entrance. We're on the way to Petra.
Alongside the road were the remains of the Nabatean civilization, but to me it just looked like houses from Flintstones. This tomb might look impressive, but the real deal Al-Khazneh awaits behind the gorge.
This is not real. This was an ancient irrigation system. Look at that cliff and the natural light. Echo!
In the gorge, I found more remains of the Nabateans, hints of the Roman civilization, and more interesting looking rocks.
The letter X is in the sky. This place is straight from the movies. Speaking of movies,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was filmed here.
Yes, sir.
in Indiana Jones they call this the Valley of the Crescent Moon. Oh, here we go. I'm just gonna close my eyes for spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. Oh my god. This is only one of the hundreds of chambers
Scattered all around Petra, spanning over 100 square miles.
$2,000-year-old theater that can sit up to 4,000 people. They even had the concept of box seats.
This is only a small fraction of Petra. I, and like most people, thought the entrance was it. But you only experience the true scale of it by being there. The stunning lighting and the majestic landscape combined with awe-inspiring architecture makes you feel so tiny in this world, because you know there is so much left to discover.
This is the Qasr al-Bint Temple. I'm pretty surprised that thing is still standing.
Just as I am surprised that tree is still growing on the cliff. One thing you see often here are goats, since the Bedouin tribe, who are supposedly the descendants of the Nabateans, use them for dairy products. Another thing you see everywhere in Petra are broken pieces of what was once a column.
Look at how detailed each column was. Look at those intricate carvings. This looks like a churro.
After I devoured it, I went up some stairs to find these radish-like plants, ancient pottery, and
The bun worn 2,000 years ago.
I had to skip half of Petra so I'd be on schedule. This is all on the way out, so I'd be able to exit the park right before it closes. For now, let's explore the urn tomb.
There's so much echo. This wall looks like it's made yesterday. Look at the sharp edges. This is the echoiest room I've ever seen. Echo! Still here. The coloration is so cool. These were the tombs of the ancient Nabatean kings. It's called the Corinthian tomb because of the columns above. Look at the different colors of rocks. This is the 5-story palace tomb. This is the elephant rock. You wanna join the picture?
It started to get dark, but I still had a few tombs to visit on my agenda. No idea what this tomb is called, but beside it is a tall tomb, which I also don't know the name of. Nevertheless, I still decided to do a height reference. I kept walking along the street of facades until I reached the final destination, Unishu Tomb.
Each one of these were a tomb. Tomorrow I'll be doing a morning run as well as visiting the museum because my hotel is right across from Petra.
As you can see, the entrance, my hotel, and the museum are all within crawling distance, which is super convenient. The first thing I noticed next morning at the museum was that
There are no security guards and no glass casings around these artifacts.
I watched as the Stone Age first appeared, followed by the Bronze Age and the emergence of the Nabatean civilization who established trade with the Romans. The traded goods included textile and spice.
Spice.
The Romans then cut off all trades with the Nabateans and their reign ended, and the Bedouins retook residence in the ruins.
I'm back for a sunrise run in Petra.
Top of the morning to you.
Echo! I'm the only person here. It's so peaceful.
I walked back to the usually crowded Al-Khazne. This time I tried riding the Bedouin's camel. I completely underestimated the height of the camel as it stood up because I thought I was the tallest creature here. I rode it around in circles before coming back. You could see some degree of fear in my eyes as it sat down, which quickly dissipated.
No one's here! What better place than to do an outro in the amphitheater? Jordan is full of wonders and definitely worth visiting. Hope you enjoyed this video. You can watch another video here or subscribe, or else the YouTube algorithm may never recommend me to you again. Inshallah, you'll see me in a future video. Anyways, I really have to go now. I don't want to miss the flight.